Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Creating yet another video. It's getting more fun doing this, talking about Chelsea victory in it, all that, and it's now getting more fun to be making these videos. Although I must say, though it was a victory for this one really felt like it was just a needs must win performance, and nothing spectacular about it. Just you know keeping it professional, getting the job done, and as much as you are at home, just get the fixture done over with. So great result, great result for Chelsea. And this is basically the reaction video for Chelsea 1, Leicester nil. So as I said, welcome to the channel, welcome to the new subscribers. Feel free to comment down below and tell me how the channel is. And as I mentioned, I owe you guys a live video to just uh, familiarize, put myself out there to the community, and you guys get to know me, and get to ask whatever questions you want, and certainly yeah, the answer shall be given to you as the question shall be asked. Yeah, so welcome to the channel. And as mentioned, this is a review of Chelsea 1, Leicester nil. First of all, the result was important because it gets us back into the top four. Uh, we are now ahead of the chasing pack, City, Newcastle, the whole host of teams between fifth and 10th. And more crucially, it's on level games played. That is the most crucial thing. So it gives us destiny in our own hands in regards to Champions League qualification for next season. So it was a good result and put us in a good position in the table. The performance, the team did okay, I must say. Some iffy moments at the back, as you know, with Robert Sanchez, who came back into the team for this game. He always owes us one blunder per game, and he nearly gave away a goal, with flying out to punch a ball, end up missing it. The ball somehow ricocheted off Tosin's head and luckily hit the crossbar before Colwill was able to clear the ball. So yeah, at least that was the only one that he made. Normally it's usually two, but at least it's the only one that he made. And after that, the rest of his game was brilliant. Saved us a bit with some good saves. And yeah, that was Robert Sanchez. By his standards, a good performance. The rest of the team also did well, bar one person, and at the risk of being called a hater of the player or whatnot, it is just positive criticism for me. And as you know, it's Palmer. Uh, because at this point, for me, it's getting, as I mentioned some in our previous video, I did have my suspicions that whatever the coach is trying to do is making us more a bit of a Parma FC, if I may use the term, because everything seems to go through him. No matter if I've seen many a time where the wingers are free, to give them the ball, and so that they can perform their magic, take on people one on one, and create space for others in that case out wide, where opposition gives us the ball. but we tend to force it so much through Parma into the middle, and it's always crowded. And bearing in mind now that teams have decided to man mark him out of the game, or even double mark him in some instances, which ends up stifling him. And the risk of that is with the fear that I have mentioned I have of the manager making us a bit more Parma FC, is that, if we are going to be forcing balls through Parma and, he gets dispossessed, our back line is not that stable enough, to be able to handle counter attacks of every available team. So Parma did really have a good game, and it's surprisingly yet another stat that I have been very much aware of, but again happened in this game. Parma passing to Nkunku never happens. It just never happens. Uh, at first, I used to tell myself and, even tell the followers that we even have our discussions with on Twitter, that I believe it's simply because those two uh, those two never really played together, because as well documented, Nkunku had the ACL in his first preseason, and in his first preseason for Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino, and ended up missing half of the season. And that was the time in which Parma was shining. And by the time Nkunku came back, they he always came back crashing down again. So those two never really got a chance to play together, and it's clear to see even on the pitch, because there are even times that Nkunku makes a run, Palmer holds on to the ball for too long, or Nkunku holds on to the ball for too long while Palmer is making a run. It's just, it doesn't look comfortable on the eye. It doesn't look comfortable at all. Apologies, I do have a bit of a cold coming down on me, but it's nothing serious. I'll be well. So back to this, what I was saying about Palmer. For me, he's now too much in his head. Case in point, him missing his first penalty. It's really affecting him, and sadly, he's going to have to play through it, because there's nobody else in the team who can effectively play that position. There, Sancho can play that position, but I don't think effectively he can do it. So Palmer is going to have to play those games, because similarly you can't trust Nkunku there. Even out on the left, he looks even much more worse. Uh, it's a bit more a disinterested performance. Another one by Nkunku. I think the performance that he did average or close to good was the Copenhagen away game. Even the Southampton game, there was a bit of average performance, basically. So, uh, for me, Palmer, I know I've deviated a bit into Nkunku, because those two, I think, at this point are having a rough time of it. But Palmer just needs to be, he needs to be more selfless if he's going to find his form back. Yeah, so that was only negative of the game. Uh, Once again, saved by Kukurea, who has been tremendous for us, in my opinion. Him or Caicedo to be, player of the season, with Enzo a close third, because those three are really, really important for us. It's just that Caicedo and Kukurea have turned up from the beginning of the season all the way till now, and they've been putting performance after performance after performance. I'm really impressed with them. So another good performance by those two. And on we move to Arsenal now. On we move to Arsenal away. Uh, it's good that they are also a bit on a bit of a downward spiral. We are getting them at a good time, I believe. So I trust we can be able to do something, but again, we'll talk about that in the preview for the game against Arsenal coming due somewhere around this week, definitely before the game, and we will see more. So certainly that's it for Leicester review game. Happy with the 3 points. I must stress, very, very happy with the 3 points. Performance not so great, but at least the 3 points really help us along in our Champions League qualification and whatnot. So thank you for watching the video. I will be seeing you sometime this week for the preview of you know our big London rivals. Let's not call Tottenham our rivals, because really they are more like our little brothers. So we have this rivalry with Arsenal where they believe they're the kings of London. We believe we are the kings of London because we've had the most trophies, uh, admittedly in the Roman era, but we are the only team to have won everything, and so thus far us and Arsenal are fighting to be the kings of London, and I would love that title, to brag it over the Arsenal fans and everything. Shout out to Carol Adul. So I will be making a preview for that very, very big game for us. And then we'll tell you more in the next video on the plans that I have for production during the international break. And we will see and move on closely and continue to grow together. So like, share, subscribe the video, to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it out, share the channel, so that we get to grow this community together. And slowly by slowly, we'll go from, as we are nationwide, countrywide. Takes time. God's plan, Godspeed. So thank you for listening to me for the 12 or so minutes, and see you all next week. Later. Bye.